Welcome back to the Bet Canada Challenge. I am your host, Jeff Lloyd, and let's talk about some action from the early slate of Week 1 NFL Sunday. Arizona Cardinals, New Orleans Saints. You guys have heard me talk about the New Orleans Saints, and I just think they are a team that is probably headed towards a dreadful season. Today did nothing to change that. Kyler Murray was efficient for the Cardinals. The Cardinals ran the ball well. The glaring hole at the quarterback position for the New Orleans Saints was on full display. There's going to be a lot of teams competing for quarterbacks in April, but make no mistake about it, the Saints most likely will be the top dog. I'm gonna go with this as the surprise of the day. Indianapolis Colts, Miami Dolphins. Daniel Jones heard all our jokes. Daniel Jones saw all our tweets. Daniel Jones combines for 3 touchdowns today in a 33-8 victory over the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa did nothing to help himself with 2 interceptions. But Daniel Jones led the Indianapolis Colts on 5 consecutive scoring drives. Anthony Richardson got benched for a reason. Will the consistency of Daniel Jones show up week to week? That's going to be a big question. But for a lot of teams and a lot of people who were concerned about the decision the Colts made to make Daniel Jones their starter, well, after week 1, it certainly looked like the right move. Las Vegas Raiders, New England Patriots, first year coaches, of course, and Pete Carroll and Mike Vrabel and Geno Smith went in and lit up the New England Patriots. Certainly, the Patriots without their top corner in Christian Gonzalez and Geno Smith, and the Raiders took advantage. Geno was well over 300 yards. Young quarterback for the New England Patriots, Drake May, had a pretty impressive day, but was not on par with Geno Smith on the other side of the ball. Brock Bowers continued to get his game going. But the wide receiver Jacoby Myers, who was rumored to be traded, had 7 receptions for 94 yards. Pete Carroll finds a way to get his players to play for him. Raiders over the Patriots in New England. The New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers. You probably couldn't have drawn up a better blueprint of what the New York Jets are going to be this year. They are a team that's going to want to be physical. They're going to want to run the ball. And whatever they can kind of get out of Justin Fields at the quarterback position, they will probably consider a win. Well, the problem is Aaron Rodgers still has got a little magic in that arm. 4 touchdown passes today for the future Hall of Famer. The Jets just could not compete with that pace. Pittsburgh rallies, gets a game-winning attempt for a field goal, hits it, takes it 34-32 in New Jersey over the Jets. Pittsburgh Steelers, as much as it pains me to say it, were impressive today. We've done a lot of videos here on Bet Canada in regards to the New York Giants and their quarterback position. Well, they went down to Washington today. And one of the biggest things I've been emphasizing about the New York Giants here in the 2025 season is if it's going to be Russell Wilson as the guy, well, you better be a competitive team. You better be a winning team if you're going to have Russ be the guy. Young rookie quarterback Jackson Dart is waiting in the wings, and his play over the summer, as impressive as he was, is going to make it really difficult to keep him off the field. Well, losing today in the fashion they did against the Washington Commanders, where Russ Wilson was 17 of 37 throwing the ball. That is not going to get it done. There is no reason, if this is the best Russell Wilson can give you nowadays, that the New York Giants are not starting Jackson Dart. You have a head coach in New York whose job very well may be on the line. So if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down hopefully on the potential of the rookie as opposed to being the 4th franchise who is now seeing the fade away of what was once a great quarterback in Russell Wilson. This is the BetCanada channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Throw a like on it, subscribe to the channel. We'll be coming at you all week, all month, all season. Jacksonville Jaguars, Carolina Panthers. Certainly some eyes on this game today. Number 2 overall selection, Travis Hunter, made plays as an offensive player, certainly played on the defensive side of the ball. The ledger total, not what I think anybody was hoping, 5 receptions for 32 yards. It's not going to be easy for Travis Hunter to just walk in and be able to perform in the NFL like he did at the University of Colorado. I don't doubt that he can do it, but to think he was just going to go out there and essentially walk upon water week 1 in the NFL, the league's a little tougher than that, but the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be all right with the win over today over the Carolina Panthers. And Bryce Young, who built up a lot of momentum as last season was closing, kind of returned and retorted back to the guy who got benched early in 2024. 3 turnovers. Not what you're looking for. Jacksonville lost running back Tank Bisbee early in the game, and then they were able to get Travis Etienne involved to the tune for almost 140 yards. Jacksonville, behind Trevor Lawrence and some sound defense, gets the victory today over the Carolina Panthers. Sneaky good game today, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. First quarter consisted of one drive from the Cincinnati Bengals that went for a touchdown, one drive from the Cleveland Browns that rolled over into the second quarter, which resulted in a touchdown. Then all of a sudden, things kind of picked up and the defensive play kind of picked up. The Cleveland Browns held one of the best offenses in the entire NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals, to 7 total yards in the second half. We got to see 40-year-old Joe Flacco getting in the groove with Jerry Jeudy, with rookie Dylan Sampson, with rookie Harold Fannin. Browns had a ton of yards, almost 220 yards in the second half to only 7 total yards for the Cincinnati Bengals. But the unfortunate thing for the Cleveland Browns is new kicker Andre Smith missed an extra point and a field goal. Took 4 points off the board. The Browns also had Jerry Jeudy tip a ball into the air for an interception. They also had Cedric Tillman tip a ball into the air for an interception. Cleveland is young. I don't know if anybody knows exactly what to make of their team just yet, but this is a disappointing loss. When you should win a game, you need to win the game. The Cleveland Browns defense did everything they could, and including a 3-sack possession for the Cincinnati Bengals. Myles Garrett on first down, Myles Garrett on second down, Isaiah McGuire on third down, almost getting the safety. You get that type of play from your defense, you think you'd have to do just enough on offense. They maybe did just enough on offense, except for the 2 tip balls for interceptions, and you need some special teams. And unfortunately, they were not very special. Left 4 points on the board. The early slate game of the day, and it was a great game towards the end of last season. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. No quarterback in the NFL who's moved around recently has gotten into a new home and settled into that new home and performed better than Baker Mayfield. Yes, he has Mike Evans. Yes, Bucky Irving is nice out of the backfield, but they just continue to flood Baker with weapons. It was a touchdown early in the game to Emeka Ibuka. Then there was a back and forth process. Atlanta takes the lead late in the fourth quarter. Michael Penix, and that'll sneak up into the pocket, dives, did a tremendous job keeping his knees off the ground, breaks the plane, touchdown Atlanta. About 2 minutes and change, Baker Mayfield takes his Buccaneers all the way down the field and once again finds the upstart rookie, Emeka Ibuka, for a touchdown. Great debut for Ibuka today. Atlanta was to not be outdone. They take the kickoff, they drive, knock on the door, set up for a game-tying field goal to set the game to overtime, And unfortunately, no good. Tampa Bay Atlanta was a great game today. And Tampa Bay may not be considered one of the top teams in the NFC overall, but there's no question about it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the top dogs of the NFC South. I am Jeff Lloyd. This is the Bet Canada channel. Stick with us all week, all month, all season for your favorite NFL content. Like the video, subscribe on YouTube.